Hello guys, it's Andrea and today we're gonna take a look at the Enfield Mark III, most commonly known as the old Enfield. And I made a review about the Enfield before, the Enfield Mark IV, but I didn't have enough experience in the game to tell you all the useful things you have to know about the Enfield. So I'm gonna cover all those things in this video. First of all, you gotta know that you can put a weaver scope on the whole Enfield. You can rarely found it with the old Enfield, but when you found the Enfield Mark IV, oftentimes you can also find the weaver scope. The weaver scope is not the best. The reason is you can't zero that scope. But I think this is intended because otherwise it would be a weapon too overpowered, especially because you can find it on new spawn points in every town. So I think it's intended. But also take in mind the bullets are really dangerous. 1-2 shots are enough to drop down somebody. The problem is when you're gonna engage at distance with the Enfield Mark III, the old Enfield, you will lose a lot of accuracy, especially over 400 meters. So it's not a weapon that you want to keep forever, but it can be very dangerous if you take somebody by surprise. You can take down a full equipped guy if you have enough accuracy and enough patience to wait for the right moment to shoot the gun. And now let's take a look at this weapon in action against zombies.
Why?
Being the Enfield a sniper rifle is not very effective at close range. And not because it won't deal a lot of damage. Take in mind you can kill with 1-2 shots, and if the enemy players had taken some damage before, one shot may be enough to kill him. So the problem at close range is if you miss the shot. Many players at close range move a lot, and also there is some desynchronization issues sometimes. And if you miss the shot, the enemy player, before you take another shot, has all the time to empty his clip on you. Even a pistol may be enough to kill you now with the new medical system, because if they hit you in the arms now, it will make your recoil really hard to control. So if you take some damage in the meantime while you're reloading, you won't be able to have a lot of accuracy and hitting the guy with the second shot. So my advice, if you find an old Enfield, try to go around the town and see if somebody's around, and taking them from the distance. You don't need to be 500 meters away, but 300, 200 meters away may be enough to take them down. Also because you don't want to give away your presence. You want to take them by surprise, wait for them to loot some weapon crates or whatever they find, or just standing still to take and drink, and then take the shot. And one shot may be enough to really make them in a really bad situation, especially if you hit the legs, because one shot will really cripple their legs and they won't be able to run unless they have morphine. So, and now let's take a look at this weapon in action against players.
Baiting everybody. The amount of Zodiac that the amount of sniper kills that
I'm running back to my position.
The Lee Enfield is an uncommon weapon. You're gonna find it very often inside towns. The 303 British ammunition is very powerful, guys. So that means if you get the first shot on the enemy, most of the time you're gonna win the engagements. Especially with the new medical system. If you hit the arms, this shot will make for the enemy shooting back too hard because their recoil is gonna be too high. In the chest we cause probably severe bleeding, so they might need surgery or military field dressing. And if you hit the legs, they won't be able to run. So guys, make sure you got the first shot and you hit on the first shot. So that means not giving away your position and waiting the right moment before shooting. We can see medium to high damage, medium to high recoil, and medium to high weight. And you can put the vintage optics, so that means the Weaver K4 scope. It's very good with the Weaver scope to kill players at longer ranges. It really gives you a huge end, but the problem is you can't zero the scope. So if you go over, I think 600 meters, it's gonna be really hard to shoot somebody. Maybe at 600 meters you won't hit exactly where the marker or the scope is, but with the second shot you can guess where you have to take the second shot in order to make a hit. And if you have the Mark III and not the Mark IV, I would recommend even going at 600 meters. I would recommend 300, 400 meters if you want to be sure you hit the target. Without, if you miss the shot, you're going to be in a really bad situation because the Enfield is very loud. And everyone can distinguish an Enfield because it's a really common weapon. So that's it guys for the video. Thank you for watching and see you on the next video.